What if the secret to living past 90 was not hidden in a pill, but on your dinner plate? Across villages in Africa, Asia, and beyond, elders are living long, strong lives. Their secret is simple: the foods they eat every single day. Modern science now proves what our grandparents always knew. Food is medicine. From beans to sweet potatoes, from leafy greens to fermented grains, these everyday meals keep elders' hearts beating and minds sharp. Let's begin with beans. Across villages, towns, and even big cities, you will find them bubbling in pots, waiting to be shared. In many long-living communities, beans are not just food, they're the star of the story. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas, or cowpeas, no matter the type, they carry the same quiet strength. They are full of protein, which builds muscles, and fiber, which keeps the body clean inside. Elders who eat them daily often have stronger hearts, steadier energy, and fewer worries about sickness. Imagine an elder sitting on a wooden stool in the shade of a tree. In front of her, a pot of beans cooks slowly, the smell drifting in the air. She knows that these beans, simple as they look, are treasures. They fill her belly, but they also protect her body, making sure her bones stay firm and her mind stays clear. She may not speak in the language of doctors or scientists, but her life itself is the proof. At 90 years old, she can still walk to the market, carry a small basket, and laugh with her grandchildren. Science agrees with her. Studies show that people who eat beans often live longer than those who do not. The reason is simple. Beans release their energy slowly, so elders do not feel tired quickly. They help lower the heavy burden of cholesterol, the fat that clogs the heart. They balance blood sugar, so energy does not rise and fall like a stormy tide. In short, beans are steady, and they make those who eat them steady too. But beans are more than health. They are memory and culture. In Nigeria, elders prepare cowpea beans and call them moin moin or akara. In Mexico, grandmothers mash black beans into rich stews. In Italy, lentils are eaten on New Year's Day for good fortune, each small bean believed to bring wealth. Across the world, beans carry not only life for the body, but hope for the spirit. Think about the way beans grow. You plant a small seed, smaller than your fingernail. You cover it with soil, add water, and wait. Weeks later, strong green leaves appear, then pods full of beans. Each bean is like a tiny promise that the land still cares for us. Elders, who have lived through hunger and storms, know this truth well. They respect beans because beans never fail them. There is also wisdom in how beans are shared. Rarely do elders eat them alone. Beans are stretched in soups, mixed with corn, stirred with rice, or paired with yams. This mixing is not just about taste, it is about balance. Corn may lack some building blocks the body needs, but when joined with beans, the meal becomes whole. Elders might not have read nutrition books, but their traditions taught them what science later confirmed. Together, beans and grains make complete strength. Picture a family gathered around a table at dusk. The pot of beans sits in the middle. The children scoop first, laughing as they blow on the steaming food. The elders take their time, chewing slowly, savoring each bite. In that moment, beans are not just food. They are the thread weaving the family together. They remind the young of where they come from, and they give the old the strength to keep going. Even in cities where fast food and packaged snacks try to take over, beans still stand tall. They are cheap, they are filling, and they carry the wisdom of generations. Elders who choose beans over sugary drinks and fried meals protect their bodies from slow damage. Each spoonful is like a quiet guard, pushing sickness away, keeping the body steady like the roots of a tree. So when we ask why elders live longer in certain places, beans always rise to the top of the answer. They are humble, yes, but powerful. They do not shine like golden cakes or glittering sweets, but they last. They give lasting strength. That is why many call beans the poor man's meat, yet also the wise man's secret. If you want to learn from elders who have walked this earth for nearly a century, watch what they put in their bowls. You will see beans again and again. They teach us that sometimes the most ordinary food is the one holding the most extraordinary power. And just as a single bean can grow into a plant, a single meal can grow into many more years of life. But beans alone are not enough. Elders who live long do not stop at one food. They eat a rainbow of vegetables, and each color in that rainbow carries its own kind of power. When you see their plates, They look like gardens brought straight to the table. Dark leafy greens, like spinach, bitterleaf, and kale, are always near the top of the list. These leaves look simple, but they carry strength inside them. They are full of iron, which keeps the blood rich and flowing strong. Elders say greens make the heart happy because they help the body move with energy. When an elder eats greens often, they can walk longer, sing louder, and even heal faster from sickness. It is as if the leaves whisper to the body, "Keep going, keep living." Then there are the bright orange foods, shining like the sun itself. Pumpkins, sweet potatoes, and carrots bring not only color but protection. They are packed with vitamins that help the eyes see clearly, even as years pass and hair turns gray. Elders often smile and say, "These foods keep the night from stealing our sight." They also protect the body from sickness, wrapping the elders in an invisible shield. In villages, when the harvest brings sweet potatoes, families gather with joy, knowing they are not only eating for today, but also building health for tomorrow. Yellow and red foods join the rainbow too. Papayas, mangoes, and tomatoes give strength to the skin and heart. They fight against the heat of the sun, the weight of age, and the small troubles that come with growing older. A ripe mango in the hand of a laughing elder is more than a snack. It is medicine that tastes sweet. A tomato stew, slow-cooked with spices, warms both the belly and the spirit. Even the humble white and brown foods, like garlic, onions, and yams, play a role in this hidden army of colors. Garlic and onions chase away sickness and keep the body safe from little bugs we cannot see. Yams, strong and filling, give energy that lasts through the day. When these foods join the plate, they build a balance that money alone cannot buy. Think of it like this. Each color of food is a soldier, and together they form an army. Greens guard the blood. Oranges guard the eyes. Reds and yellows guard the skin and heart. Whites guard against sickness. Browns and purples, like eggplants and cocoa, guard the brain. Alone, one soldier can be brave, but together, they are unstoppable. That is why elders who eat many colors live not just long, but well. Science agrees with what old stories already told. Doctors now say that eating many colors gives the body antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. These are the hidden treasures inside the foods. They fight off diseases, slow down aging, and keep the body cells young. What elders called food as life is now proven by modern study. But here is where the tension rises. In many places today, people forget the rainbow. Instead of colorful meals, they eat mostly white bread, fried oil, and too much sugar. Their plates lose the bright colors of the farm and become pale and weak. When that happens, the body grows tired too soon. Elders know this truth. They shake their heads and say, "Food without color is food without power." In African villages, markets overflow with colors. Baskets are filled with green leaves, orange pumpkins, yellow papayas, red peppers, and purple eggplants. Children run between the stalls, holding fruits like treasures. Elders choose carefully, knowing each color carries a promise of more life. These daily choices, repeated again and again, are what stretch their years far beyond the expected. When you watch an elder prepare a meal, it is not rushed. They wash each leaf, cut each piece, and mix them slowly. They know they are not just cooking food, they are weaving a shield. And when they sit to eat, surrounded by family, each bite is both memory and medicine. This is the secret rising before our eyes. Long life does not come from one food, one pill, or one secret drink. It comes from the rainbow on the plate, from the steady rhythm of eating colors every day. The tension is clear. Choose plain, lifeless meals and grow weak, or choose the rainbow of foods and grow strong like the elders. And so, the lesson is simple. Beans give strength, yes, but the rainbow completes the circle. Together they form armor, built not from steel or stone, but from soil and sunlight. Armor that guards the heart, sharpens the mind, and carries elders across many more years. The real magic does not come from a single food standing on its own. It comes when these foods meet each other, join hands on the same plate, and form a team. Think of beans and greens. One brings strong protein for muscles, the other brings iron and vitamins for the blood. Alone, they are good. Together, they are complete. It is like a drum and a dancer. One makes the sound, the other moves to the rhythm. Both together create the music of life. Corn with pumpkin tells the same story. Corn gives steady energy, but pumpkin brings sweetness and color, along with the power to protect the eyes. In African villages, you will often see corn porridge served with slices of soft pumpkin. Children eat it, adults eat it, and elders who eat it daily keep their bodies steady like a tree that has stood through many storms. Fish with yams is another gift from both the land and the water. The fish brings omega oils that keep the brain sharp and the heart smooth. The yam brings long-lasting energy that feeds the body through hours of work in the sun. When the two are eaten together, they make a meal that keeps elders strong enough to farm, to walk, to laugh, and to sit in the evening telling stories that last until the stars appear. This is the hidden wisdom of food. When one food meets another, the body receives more than the sum of parts. In science, they call it balance. In life, we call it harmony. Just as a village cannot be built with one person alone, a body cannot thrive on one food alone. But when foods come together, they give strength that lasts not just for a day, but for decades. Elders who eat this way do not just live longer, they live better. They laugh louder because their spirits are light. They walk further because their bones and muscles remain strong. They remember more clearly because their brains are well fed with oils, minerals, and vitamins. You can see it in the way their eyes shine, in the way their hands stay steady, in the way they rise each morning ready for another day. Imagine a grandmother in a small village. Each day she cooks beans with bitter leaf and serves it with soft cornmeal. Her children and grandchildren gather around, dipping spoons, sharing stories, and passing laughter across the table. That grandmother is not just feeding her family. She is passing down years of life, years of health, and years of memory through every bite. Or picture an elder fisherman by the river. He brings home a small fish, grills it simply, and sets it beside boiled yam. He eats slowly, watching the sunset, listening to the voices of children playing nearby. His heart beats steady, his mind stays clear, and he still has the strength to cast his net the next morning. These meals are not fancy, not costly, not hidden in shiny packages. They are simple, rooted in soil and water, born from patience and care. Yet they hold the power that no medicine can replace. They show us that the path to long life does not always lie in something new, but often in the old ways that have never left us. The beauty of these food pairings is also cultural. They remind us that health is not just about survival, it is about connection. Eating together, combining foods, and sharing them at one table creates bonds that carry families and communities forward. Elders live long not only because their bodies are strong, but because their hearts are full of love given and received through shared meals. So when we speak of beans with greens, corn with pumpkin, fish with yams, we are not just naming foods. We are naming recipes for joy, for laughter, for memory, and for life that stretches across generations. This is the magic at the peak of the story, the moment when food becomes more than food, when it becomes the secret thread that ties long life to everyday living. It's not just about food, it's about rhythm. The elders who live the longest are not rushing through meals. They are not standing at a counter, eating from a package, or swallowing in haste. Instead, they sit, they breathe, they wait for everyone to arrive. The pot is opened, the steam rises, and the family gathers. Eating is not only fuel for the body, it is medicine for the soul. In many small villages across Africa, Asia, and even the quiet countrysides of Europe, elders treat food like a song. Each bite is part of a rhythm. The beans are slow and steady. The greens are soft and earthy. The grains give a gentle beat. When eaten together, slowly, they create harmony. The body digests calmly, the heart pumps smoothly, and the mind rests in peace. This rhythm protects life in a way fast, rushed meals never can. Think of the city. Bright lights, endless noise, fast food on every corner. People eat alone in cars, at desks, or in front of glowing screens. Meals become a task, not a blessing. In this rush, the body is tricked, the spirit is starved, and sickness finds space to grow. But in the village, the meal is not separate from life. It is life. The laughter of children mixing with the voice of a grandmother, the clatter of plates, the smell of fresh herbs, all of it weaves into a fabric that holds people together. That fabric is strong. It lasts for decades. Science now agrees with what elders always knew. Eating slowly with family lowers stress. It helps the stomach absorb food better. It keeps blood sugar steady. It even strengthens the heart. But beyond the science, there is something deeper, something that cannot be measured by machines. Sharing food means sharing time. Time is the one thing money cannot buy, and those who share it often live the longest. Picture this: an old man sitting under a mango tree at dusk. His children bring him a plate of beans and yams. He smiles, takes his time, and eats slowly. His body may be old, but his spirit feels full. The rhythm of that meal is not just in his chewing, but in the care that prepared it, in the voices around him, in the calm of the evening air. That rhythm keeps him alive, not just today, but for many tomorrows. There is wisdom in the pace of the elders. They walk slowly, they speak slowly, and they eat slowly. Every action carries intention. Food, to them, is not only what enters the mouth, but also what surrounds it. Who cooked it? Who shared it? Was it blessed with gratitude before the first bite? These questions matter. They turn a simple plate into a source of strength. This is why elders in small villages often outlive those in big cities. It is not only the fresh food, though that plays a role. It is the rhythm, the calm, steady pattern of daily life. Wake with the sun, walk to the market, cook with care, eat with family, rest with peace. This pattern repeats day after day until the years stack high. What looks ordinary is in fact the secret of extraordinary long life. Modern people search for miracle diets, pills, and treatments. Yet the answer has been in plain sight all along. Not in something new, but in something old. The rhythm of food and family. The steady song of daily meals. The gift of eating slowly, together, and with joy. Elders show us that when we return to this rhythm, we not only add years to life, we add life to our years. So remember this: longevity is not built only from what you eat, but from how you eat. A rushed meal feeds the stomach, but a slow meal feeds the soul. In every spoonful, in every shared laugh, in every moment of calm, you are building strength that carries across time. This is the rhythm of long life, and it is a rhythm anyone can choose. So next time you sit at your table, ask yourself, are you eating for the moment, or are you eating for 100 years? The answer may be resting quietly in front of you. A simple plate of beans, a bowl of greens, a soft piece of yam, or a spoonful of fermented grains can do more than fill your stomach. They can carry you forward, giving you days filled with laughter, memories, and strength. Think of the elders you may have seen in your own family. The grandmother who still sings as she cooks, the grandfather who still walks slowly to the market, the old aunt who tells stories long into the night. These are not miracles of chance. They are the fruits of daily choices, small but powerful, made again and again over many years. They eat what the earth offers, and in return, the earth grants them more time. When you eat only for the moment, you may enjoy the taste, but the joy fades quickly. When you eat with your future in mind, you give yourself a gift that keeps unfolding. Imagine sitting at your own table decades from now, surrounded by children and grandchildren. Your voice still clear, your mind still sharp, your smile still wide. That vision begins with what you choose to put on your plate today. Science agrees with what tradition has whispered for centuries. Foods rich in fiber, colors, and natural strength protect the heart, calm the blood, and clear the mind. But beyond science is something just as important: rhythm. Elders do not eat in haste. They eat slowly, with family, under trees, or around fires. Every meal is not just fuel but a thread in the fabric of life. That thread, woven daily, holds strong even into old age. So pause for a moment. Look at your plate. Is it filled with foods that will rush you through the day, or with foods that will guide you through the years? The answer does not require wealth or grand recipes. It requires attention, patience, and respect for what truly keeps us alive. Long life is not hidden in secret places. It is in the market basket, in the garden, in the clay pot on the stove. It is in the hands that prepare food with care and in the mouths that eat with gratitude. Each bite can be a step toward more mornings, more sunsets, more time to love and be loved. So remember, you are not only eating for yourself, you are eating for your future self, for the elder you will one day become. Choose wisely, eat kindly, and live fully, because the gift of more time could be sitting right there, waiting quietly, on your plate. If this story touched your heart, do not keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love, because wisdom grows stronger when it is passed from hand to hand, just like food shared at a family table. Each time we tell these stories, we remind ourselves that long life is not only about years, but about the joy, the laughter, and the lessons we leave behind. Think about the elders you know. Their faces hold stories, their hands carry memories, and their meals are filled with quiet power. By learning from them, we can shape a future that is not just longer, but richer. So, if this message made you pause and think, take one small step, press the subscribe button. Join a circle where ancient lessons meet today's truths, where the wisdom of yesterday becomes the light for tomorrow. Eat well, live well, and let us walk this path of long life together.